Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. My name is Boomy and you're watching my channel, Boomy Reactions. Thank you for watching, my lovelies. Now today, guys, we're going to be talking about Bass Pro Shops. Now, I did not know this brand existed until I spotted a rather fetching cap that the YouTuber Eddie the Captain was watching in his visit to the US. It's a very cool cap. But that's the first time I've ever seen this brand. And now I've seen it again from another YouTubing couple, from Adriana and Dylan from Two Passports, One Dream. And they were visiting, whereabouts were they? In Texas. Where were they? Were they in Austin? I don't want to say that too soon because I'm not actually sure where this store was. A huge, huge store. Had an indoor waterfall. Massive. So much merch. One thing they did comment and say as well is that the merch is sold in these stores as genuine hunting gear and outdoor gear. Now they're sold over here in the UK as a fashion accessory. They're very popular, I believe. But you know what the middleman likes to do there is they like to increase the price. So over here, they're regarded as just like, slightly more expensive, cool, kind of outdoorsy wear. Not so much practical as just a fashion statement. Do you know what I mean? So now we've got a Fat Electrician video. So Nick's going to be explaining the origins of this brand, this store. So you know there's a quirky story behind it. But I had no idea. I've only been made aware of this brand literally just from watching YouTubers visiting the US. So let's hear what Nick's got to tell us about Bass Pro Shops. Okay. Guys, if you're enjoying these reactions as well, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Thank you so much, my lovelies. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and that link is over here. And if you would like to help support my channel any further, I have a Patreon account, and if you fancy checking that out at all, that link is in the description below.
Nothing is normal. Absolutely nothing.
What?
Every time I start a video, I was like, this is a cool company. I'm sure completely normal things are happening there. Never happens, okay? Started working on a Cabela's video, found out that they're actually owned by Bass Pro Shop. Okay, I'm gonna do a Bass Pro Shop video. And now there's Indian spiritual leaders and crystal skulls and pyramids and curses involved, and I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, well, this is grabbed my interest. Oh, tell me more, Nick. Crystal skulls, pyramids, Indian spiritual leaders. Oh my gosh. So the most iconic thing about this brand is the logo, isn't it? It's that the yellow sun, I'm assuming it is, and you've got the that cute wee little bass there, the little fish. That's how I recognize it.
Today we're talking about the most American thing that has ever happened. That time that we took the world's 7th largest pyramid and turned it into a Bass Pro Shop. Okay, and just so we're all on the same page, it is not the simple fact that America turned the world's 7th largest pyramid into a bait and tackle shop that's the most American thing ever. No, the most American thing is the story of how it happened, because it reads like a redneck Indiana Jones script and it's absolutely insane. But we're gonna get to it right after a word from our sponsor.
Well, he did say, talking about crystal skulls and spiritual leaders and pyramids. Just sound like Indiana Jones, really, doesn't it?
All right, buckle up. Things are about to get weird. Alex Jones may or may not be involved. Regardless, our story begins in 1948 when Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro Shops, is born. He grows up as the son of a World War II veteran that after coming back home from the war opens up a liquor store. That goes well, so he opens up another liquor store soon. He's got an entire chain of regional liquor stores called Brown Derby. Why on earth did they call it that? I have no idea. So then why did I bring it up? Because it kind of sounds like a gay bar and I think that's funny. Moving on. So John...
I'm going to show my naivety now. Why? Maybe it's best I don't ask. Why does that sound like a gay bar? I'm not sure if I want to know the answer to that, but there we go. That question is out there. I can't retract it now. I was just thinking, brown and liquor? It doesn't sound like the most appetizing thing in the world, but sure.
He spends his childhood growing up in Springfield, Missouri. His dad owns a chain of liquor stores in the Midwest. There's absolutely no way that guy's not making a ton of money. There's literally nothing to do in the Midwest other than drink and figure eight race, which, if we're being honest, is just racing with an intersection while you're half drunk anyways.
Oh.
So Johnny presumably has a pretty good childhood because his dad is taking him on all these hunting trips. He's going bass fishing out at Lake of the Ozarks, and he ends up becoming this huge outdoors guy. He goes off to college where he, and I quote, majored in fishing.
You can do that?
Comes back home from college, doesn't really know what he wants to do, but he does know it's a humongous pain in the ass to find good fishing equipment because remember, this is like the 1970s. There is no Amazon. You can't get on the internet and buy all the fishing stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
Bass Pro.
I swear I just saw a picture of some tackle that looked like Donald Trump. Is that a thing? That's so random. Yeah, okay, so you can major in fishing. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Pro Shops doesn't exist yet. You got to know a guy that knows a guy that's making lures in his basement if you want to get good fishing tackle. So Johnny, fresh home from college where he just learned the laws of supply and demand, there's a huge demand for fishing stuff and there's a very low supply of it, figures he's going to fill that gap and he's probably going to make some money doing it. So he takes out a $10,000 loan, rents a U-Haul, travels the entire United States making connections with local bait and tackle shops and buying up all of their inventory, and then brings it back to Springfield, Missouri, and starts Bass Pro Shops in the back of one of his dad's liquor stores. Now, remember what I said, there is no Amazon. You can't get online and order all your fancy bass fishing equipment. You got to know a guy that knows a guy, and pretty soon, Johnny Morris becomes that guy. His phone number is getting passed around the fishing community like wildfire. The next thing he knows, he's getting phone calls from other states all over the country, placing orders, and then he's mailing stuff to people. This goes on for about 2 years, and then after that, he realizes he has an enormous catalog of names, addresses, and phone numbers of all the big fishermen all over the United States of America.
I was just going to say, it sounds like at that point, you've got far more business than you can handle and know what to do with. No? Is he going to have to expand?
So he takes a risk. He prints out 10,000 Bass Pro Shops catalogs in 1974 and mails them to absolutely everybody with all of his products inside. This explodes into a humongous mail order business, which is basically the Amazon of its time. And as he continues to grow the business, he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to start selling fishing boats out of my catalog too. But I'm not just going to sell the boat. I'm going to sell the boat with the motor and the trailer all for one price, one-stop shop. You get everything. Oh
my gosh, well that explains it. So, like I say, the branch, I just can't remember whereabouts in Texas Adriana and Dylan were from Two Passports, One Dream. I'm sure I'm sure they're in Austin. Well, actually, no, maybe it's Dallas. I can't remember where they were. Sorry, guys. But yeah, they just casually have huge, very expensive boats. Just on show. Just Merry Christmas. There you go. Go home with a boat. If only.
Until this point, if you wanted to buy a fishing boat, you had to go buy the boat, then you had to go buy the motor, then you had to figure out how to get a fucking trailer. It was a whole day-long event. Now you could just call up Johnny and have the boat delivered to you. It was perfect. His boats end up becoming the most popular boat in America and the most manufactured boat on the planet. Then in 1980, he realizes, like, you know what? I bet people would really appreciate a place where they could just drive their truck, pick up the boat on the trailer, be able to look at all the fishing lures, all the stuff I have for sale. I'm gonna build an enormous retail place. He builds the world's first Bass Pro Shops outdoor world. It is 300,000 square feet. There's fish tanks. There's exotic animals stuffed all over the walls. It's not just a store. It's basically like a dead zoo, except the fish are alive. It's
But the fish are alive. It looks identical to the one that I keep mentioning that I've seen in Two Passports, One Dream. Yeah. So do all of these stores have a huge indoor waterfall with the live fish there? It does. It looks absolutely identical. So I'm assuming all of these stores look like this.
basically Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for rednecks, okay? People travel from hours and hours away to make their pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops. Okay, I can't stress to you enough how big of a deal the first Bass Pro Shops was, okay? To this day, the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri is considered the largest tourist attraction in the state of Missouri. This one singular store gets over 4 million customers a year, okay? That's like 11,000 people a day inside of this bait and tackle shop. Okay?
What was that fish? Did you see that? Should we go back? Let's have a look at that. What? Let's see this. Is he there?
Inside of this bait and tackle shop.
No, we need to go further back.
Is considered the largest tourist attraction in the state of Missouri. This one singular store gets over 4 million customers a year.
What is that fish? What is it? It looks like a prehistoric monster of a fish. It's a dinosaur fish. That makes no sense. You know what I mean. Prehistoric fish. Oh my gosh.
Year, okay? That's like 11,000 people a day inside of this bait and tackle shop. Okay, and at this point you're like, wow, that's a lot of people. No, that's a metric fuck ton of people going to buy fishing lures, okay? Disneyland gets 40,000 people a day.
Right.
You've got 25% the business volume of Disneyland, and all you're doing is selling fishing equipment. Johnny Morris is literally the Walt Disney of rednecks at this point. How come you keep saying everybody that shops at Bass Pro Shops is a redneck? Don't do the whole I'm gonna get offended over literally nothing bit, okay? Nobody cares, okay? At the end of the day, there's only two types of outdoor people, okay? There's Patagonia wearing outdoor people, and there's Bass Pro Shop outdoor people, okay? You've got outdoor people that want to save the environment. You've got outdoor people that want to eat the environment, okay? If you are the ones that want to eat the environment, sorry, you're a redneck. That's just how it goes.
I think we offended somebody out here. That ain't funny as it says.
Anyways, outdoor world, outrageously successful. So when you find something that works, you keep doing it. So he opens up another one and another one.
Another one.
And then another one. And next thing you know, he's got over 200 Bass Pro Shops, outdoor worlds all over the country. So now at this point, Johnny Morris has built the business out wide, and the only place left to go is up and down. He vertically integrates the entire thing. So Johnny Morris figures, okay, well, who's upstream of me? I'm the middleman. I basically buy shit from a factory. I sell it in my store. I deliver it to the customer. Cool. I'm gonna go backwards, and I'm gonna start buying all the factories that make the shit in my stores. He buys out the boat company that makes all these boats, which to this day is still the most popular boat in America and the company that makes the most boats in the world. He buys the company that manufactures the four-wheelers that he sells in his stores. He buys up anything and everything that he can, and then he makes that the Bass Pro brand. And in doing so, his brand is now absolutely everywhere. It's on boats, it's on ATVs, it's on clothing, it's on dining room sets, it's on fishing equipment. It's absolutely everywhere.
Is it really on dining sets? It's that popular. I didn't think it was crazy that they had merch, like, you know, the cap, very cool cap as well, by the way. But okay, sure.
The point that everybody in America knows that brand. It's one of the most recognizable brands of all time. And in doing so, it's kind of polarizing, right? There's only two types of people in regards to Bass Pro Shop. There's people that like it and want to shop there, and those people are going to buy his merch and rep the company because they think it's awesome. And then there's people that want to make fun of the people that shop at Bass Pro Shop. And guess what they're going to do? They're also going to buy his merch to wear it ironically in an attempt to make fun of those people. Either way, Johnny Morris is making money off of both ends selling his merch. It's
well, yeah. I'm slightly confused by that statement. Why would you make fun of Bass Pro Shops? For any of our viewers that aren't a big fan of the brand, why wouldn't you like it? It just kind of seems like one of those brands that, if it's good quality, it's outdoors brand, you know, you'd go to them. No, why would you not like it? Is there some kind of association with the kind of people that stereotypically buy it or something? What's the quality like of this brand, guys? I think it speaks for itself here. I'm inclined to believe that it's very good quality, like endurable wear. I don't know, but you know, it's a brand that's still around today, and as far as I'm aware, it's a very, very popular brand for outdoors, fish tackle type thing.
Absolutely brilliant. Not only is he conquering his own market, he's figured out a way to monetize the haters as well.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
So Johnny Morris has done it. He's vertically integrated everything. Like anything to do with fishing in America, he is inescapable. Like you got to go through this guy if you want to be able to catch fish, essentially. So he's like, okay, well, I need to expand into related markets. What's related to fishing? hunting. Most people that fish hunt, vice versa. So there's another company, almost the same exact business model and storyline to him, but it's the hunting version, and that's Cabela's. So he buys Cabela's out for $5 billion and combines the brands together. After acquiring Cabela's, there's only one more company that he's actually competing with, and that's Sportsman's Warehouse. So he goes to buy them out too, and he gets like all the way to the very end. They're about to sign the contract, and Bass Pro Shops is about to own Sportsman's Warehouse, and the government agency, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, has to step in and stop the purchase of Sportsman's Warehouse, because if he buys it, they're going to declare it a legal monopoly. He is not allowed to buy up any more of the competition.
Right.
This is the worst.
At this point, Johnny Morris has essentially won capitalism. The government has had to come in and say, no, no, you're way too good at selling fishing lures.
I didn't think that was illegal activity. I didn't even realize there was a law against that. I just, you know, I mean, there are things day to day that are monopolized by companies. I suppose it's a good thing that law's in place. I don't know.
You're not allowed to do this, because then you're literally going to be the only option in the entire country. We've got to stop you. Here's the gold star for winning capitalism. Great work. Enjoy being a billionaire. Have a nice day. So Johnny Morris is like, okay, the government stepped in, not allowed to get any bigger at doing what I'm already doing. So my only other option now is to either just call it a day and retire, or I can expand into a related market. And at that point, he realizes like, okay, I'm going to do tourism. I'm already kind of in tourism already. I have the #1 tourist destination in Missouri, and my other stores are in the top 5 destinations in like 8 other states. So he gets more into tourism. He starts opening up Bass Pro Shop resorts, golf courses. He has a fucking music festival. And then one day, the Memphis Pyramid comes up for sale. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck is there a pyramid in Memphis? Great question. Well, in the 1950s, there was this architect that wanted to make a big ass pyramid. He actually wanted to make 3 pyramids, but it never got that far. He never got around to it in his life, but his son also became an architect. And in the 1980s, he resurrected the idea, got the funding, and built the 7th largest pyramid in the world on the Mississippi River in Memphis. Right out of the gate, the Memphis Pyramid is extremely polarizing. You've got taxpayers that are like, I don't want you to take my tax money and build a giant fucking pyramid. No. And then there's other people that are like, fuck yeah, this is America, let's build a giant pyramid. And then you've got people coming out of left field like Alex Jones claiming that the people behind it are part of the occult and they're building a secret satanic worship temple or some shit.
These guys are admittedly into the occult. You can just look up their names. They're all over the local newspapers.
And originally,
Was that an actual thing? People opposed it because they thought it was to do with the occult. Like the obelisks and the Illuminati. Maybe I'm acting like it's crazy. Maybe there is actual evidence that it's associated. I mean, it sounds crazy, but if it brings in tourists, you know,
it was an event center. People were going to have basketball games there, boxing matches. Mike Tyson fought there. They were going to have concerts, all kinds of stuff. So they started building it in 1989. It finally opens up in 1991. And right before the Memphis Pyramid is about to open up, the maintenance crew goes up to the very top. And at the very top, there's a metal box welded at the top of the pyramid. And they're like, what the fuck is that? So they go, they get the project manager. They end up chipping away at this welding. They rip this box down. Inside this metal box is a smaller wooden box. So they pull that up, they open it, and there's like of just incense and perfume and shit that comes out. And inside of the box is a fucking crystal skull inside of a velvet cloth.
Oh!
Don't worry, it gets weirder somehow.
Wow! How could it get weird? Do you think maybe, you know, someone's just got a really quirky sense of humor? Maybe. It's like the prize for solving the riddle and getting to the top of the pyramid. Here you go.
So they track down who put the crystal skull there, and somebody finally admits to doing it, and it is the founder of the Hard Rock Cafe and the House of Blues, Isaac Tigrit, because originally there was going to be a Hard Rock Cafe inside of the pyramid. Okay. Still raises the question, why the fuck are we putting crystal skulls at the top like it's an Indiana Jones movie? Isaac Tigrit's reasoning was, I'm not making this up. I promise you, I can show you the interviews where he talks about it. When Isaac Tigrit was 27 years old, he was drunk driving his Porsche and crashed it, careening it off a 400-foot cliff. And as the car is rolling down the cliff, an Indian man appeared and like held him through the crash, and he walks out of this car wreck. The car is just completely obliterated, and he walks out without so much as a scratch or a bruise.
He appeared instantly in this room. He picked me up and put me on a bed. He pulled my tongue out. I'm watching this from above. He places his hand on my chest and pushes on my chest, and the spirit went right back into my body.
No, I'm gullible. I am very gullible, as some of you are aware. But I can't believe that. I can't get on board with that. No. That is a hallucination. That is a vision. When we say this gentleman was drink driving, could there be more unnamed substances in his system besides alcohol? Possibly. Don't drink and drive. Very important takeaway from this. Never good. Naughty. But no, I can't believe that. How did he get out of the car? If he was in that state, how did he get out of the car? It gets weirder. Okay.
2 years later, he's in a bookstore and he sees the Indian man that held him through this car crash on the back of a book and finds out that it's his Indian spiritual leader named Sai Baba. So he goes to India multiple times, ends up giving this guy millions and millions of dollars, and becomes best buddies with this Indian spiritual leader, Sai Baba. Okay. And when Sai Baba finds out that they're building a massive pyramid in Memphis and they're putting a Hard Rock Cafe on the top, Sai Baba gives Isaac this crystal skull and gives him instructions on how to mount it at the very top, because it's gonna please the cosmos or put out good vibes or some shit. So that's what Isaac Tigrit does. Then fast forward, the maintenance guys find it, they take it down, they track Isaac Tigrit down, and Isaac Tigrit is like, you need to put it back up there or you're gonna disrupt the cosmos. At which point they're like, no, that's fucking weird. We're not doing that. Alex Jones is already breathing down our neck saying that we're some satanic cult
That turned the friggin' frogs gay.
We're just
What? I just heard. It's not very often one of Nick's stories actually gets this weird. Okay, now I am sensing this story is going to go. They're removing the box. They've got a warning. You're going to disrupt those positive vibes. You're going to displease the cosmos. And they're going to think it's a crock of, and something bad's going to happen, isn't it?
No, we're not mounting crystal skulls at the top of the fucking pyramid. So then people find out about this. People start saying that now the pyramid is cursed, and it's starting to look like it's true because the first night it opens up for a concert, the sewage backs up and ruins the entire event. From here, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. One of the maintenance crew guys plummets to his death.
I was just going to say, it turned into a bit of a shit show. Literally. Oh my gosh. Oh, on the opening night. I mean, that doesn't mean it's cursed. It means that this is maybe the first instance you've got that many people using your facilities and they've not been very well designed, or something's gone wrong, you know, something hasn't been thought of. Blah. It's the curse. It's the curse of removing the crystal skull. Oh, no, there was a fatality, as Nick just said. Go back a little bit. He mentions a fatality.
Entire event. From here, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. One of the maintenance crew guys plummets to his death. People keep falling down the staircases because the stairs are too steep because they built a concert venue inside of a fucking pyramid.
Right. It sounds like there have been some liberties taken in the planning department. Some things have not been built according to how they should be. Corners have been cut. They're standard, you know.
Seats are uncomfy because they made them too small, trying to cram as many people into this auditorium as possible. Again, because it's a pyramid, which is not a great shape to have a concert venue to begin with. Eventually, a bunch of musicians refused to even play that venue because apparently the acoustics inside of a pyramid aren't that great. The entire venue just becomes synonymous with not having a good time. It's a huge waste of taxpayer money. Memphis is actually losing money every single month keeping this place open, and the people in Memphis start referring to it as the Tomb of Doom. So by 2007, the entire venue is just shut down. Nobody wants to go there anymore. And now there's just a big, empty, haunted pyramid on the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee. Cue Johnny Morris, the guy expanding his hospitality and resort business. And he's like, you know what? I could put a Bass Pro Shop in that motherfucker. It'd be awesome. At face value, it's funny. Why wouldn't you go to a giant pyramid to buy a fishing lure? That's hilarious. But we're also going to call it the Redneck Mecca. Why is that funny? Well, because Mecca is the holiest place in the Muslim faith, and every single Muslim on the planet is obligated to go there at least once in their life if they're physically and financially capable of doing so. We're going to quietly insinuate that every redneck in North America has a religious obligation to make a pilgrimage to Memphis so that they can buy a fishing lure from our pyramid. Then we're going to put a 100-room resort at the bottom of it. We're going to have a bowling alley. There's going to be an indoor swamp, a shooting range. It's going to be fucking awesome. And I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would you want to put your retail business inside of a haunted pyramid? Because your customer base is rednecks. You want to know who doesn't give a shit about being haunted? Rednecks. If anything, it makes it better. You know what's more fun than being able to go to a pyramid to buy a fucking fishing lure? Being able to go to a pyramid, buy a fishing lure with the slight chance that you're going to get to shoot a ghost with a shotgun loaded with rock salt, okay? Okay, these are rowdy, fearless individuals. These are who Charlie Daniels was talking about, okay? If you told a story about any other demographic on the planet that started out with they made a deal with Satan, it would be a cautionary tale where this guy loses his soul. Not rednecks. Rednecks are gonna beat that motherfucker in a fiddle contest, win a golden fiddle because they can. So the pyramid being cursed, definitely not a downside. If anything, it's an upside. The only real downside, to be honest with you, is that, well, you're creating a tourist attraction for rednecks, and if they're staying overnight, they're probably going to get drunk and rowdy and get naked and take a cannonball into the fish tank.
Get naked? Is that okay?
And made quite a splash at a Bass Pro Shop when he swam naked. Police say he crashed his car in the parking lot, took off all of his clothes, he jumped into the water yelling cannonball.
And then of course there's the cost. Obviously buying the world's 7th largest pyramid that's on the river on prime real estate is going to be pretty expensive whether it's haunted or not. So Johnny Morris doesn't really know if it's going to be a good business idea. He definitely doesn't want to lose money, so he just kind of like sets it in the hands of God and lets him make the decision. He decides, you know what? I'm just going to schedule a fishing trip on the Mississippi River right near the pyramid, and I'm going to go fishing for catfish, and if I catch a really big catfish, that's going to be my sign that I'm going to buy this pyramid. And sure enough, Johnny Morris goes on this fishing trip and catches a 34-pound fucking catfish in the shadow of the pyramid. Okay, do you understand the significance of what I've just told you? This is the most American thing that's ever happened, all right? A pyramid got built in Memphis. It's the 7th largest pyramid on the planet that people now think is haunted because some millionaire that opened up the Hard Rock Cafe was drunk driving his Porsche and had a vision that he was saved by an Indian spirit guide, so he had him place a crystal skull at the top, and then it was haunted and run out of business, and then it got brought back by some dude that became a billionaire by selling fishing lures out the ass end of a liquor store in Springfield, Missouri. So in conclusion, I guess I don't know. I don't know how I got here, to be honest with you. I guess if we could draw anything from this, pick whatever you want to do in life, even if it's something as simple as selling fishing lures, and get so outrageously good at it that you can then financially justify buying a haunted pyramid. 'Cause America, I guess.
The devil worship fails, the hillbillies, the country boy can't survive, the John Deere hat wins. You lose, we win, your little devil palace is falling down.
Devil Palace.
At this point, I'm convinced that there's no US-based company that does anything normal whatsoever. Coca-Cola's Confederate cocaine water, Waffle House is being used by FEMA to track natural disasters, and apparently Bass Pro Shop is an outdoor monopoly that's getting involved in investing in haunted pyramids.
I need to catch those other two that you just mentioned there. Coca-Cola and Waffle House. Okay. Well, when Nick summarized it there at the end, that's when it sounds crazy. When you put it all into a summary like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I still can't get behind that theory. I can't get behind it. The billionaire driving his Porsche, drink driving, and then being saved by the Indian spiritual leader. I can't get behind that. It's weird. It is weird, especially since, you know, he recognizes him then years later from a book and goes out to visit. That's nuts. That is actually, that's so crazy. I also don't understand the association with the Devil Palace. Did he say it was very strong? Why was the pyramid associated with the occult? I know the association between like the Illuminati and the obelisks and all of this. Is that where it comes from? Yeah, no, the eye in the pyramid? No. Okay. So I think it's good that obviously Bass Pro Shops has occupied this pyramid now. It would be a shame for it to just stay there vacant, you know, kind of rotting away. And now it's in good condition. It looks amazing. And you know, it's a bit gimmicky. I think it would appeal to, you know, kind of ghost story lovers and ghost hunters and all of that if Bass Pro Shops hadn't occupied the pyramid. I think there'd be a good thing going there, good calling. Yeah. I want to visit it now, more so because it's a haunted pyramid. I think that would be quite cool to go and visit. And of course, the fact that it's got a huge waterfall and fish. That might be the craziest of all of the business ventures that Nick tells us about. That's the craziest one I think I've ever heard. I think it's brilliant that the founder is so obviously so very good, business minded, a very competent businessman, and he's expanded out into tourism. Basically, he, like Nick said, he won communism. Not communism, he won capitalism. Where did communism come from? He won capitalism. Oh my gosh, oh, that has tickled me. I've never heard a story so crazy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. Take care of yourselves, my lovelies, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.